just minutes away. Let's look now at the lineups for you in the New Zealand team today. There are 4 new All Blacks today. Lockie Cameron, number 12, from Manawatu. Bernie Fraser, number 14. Murray Mexted, number 8. 2 new players from Wellington. And number 3 from North Canterbury, Barry Thompson. Pumas favouring their tactic of playing all their leading players in each match. Sanso coming back at fullback. Same three-quarter liners for every match. Portar retains his position at the fly half, of course, and the captain. And in the forwards, the giant Yaketi brothers in the second row. Hector Silva, the veteran, 35 years of age, number 7. And the big jumper at the back is Travaglini. And in the front row, experience with Nicola and Rodriguez. And the hooker is Javier Perez-Cobo. Day for Pumas rugby. A victory here would give them much more acceptance in the international world, and yet they're playing 15 New Zealanders who've got an awful lot to play for, including perhaps a place on the tour to England and Scotland coming up, and especially this man, Ken Stewart. The first test match is started by today's referee, Graham Harrison of Wellington. Richard Wilson kicks off through on Marcus Yachetti, and the first ruling by referee Harrison for a kick that went directly to touch. So a loose head, first scrum for Alfredo Suarez Gache, the Pumas halfback, and there he is, number 9. New Zealand scrum is low, turning. Loveridge is number 9, the New Zealand captain. That's halfway. Hector Silva. First penalty of the match at halfway against the Pumas pack. Richard Wilson being called forward. That ball, you can see, is dry. It's going to be a shot at goal right from the halfway centre spot from number 15, Richard Wilson. Conditions are good for kicking. The wind is slightly behind Richard Wilson, although it's really a cross breeze. He has this distinctive style where he gets back and just gently swings his arms. There he goes. And again at the back of his run. Might be a bit far out for his range. A good strong blow, but touchdown by Martin Sanso. Back in the team after missing a couple of matches, but the Pumas have drop kicked out on the full, cross on the far side. So now here's a position of advantage for the All Blacks at their first loose head. Dave Loveridge. Weight going in from the Pumas. They seem to have many more pounds man for man. Mexted, Loveridge, penalty again. That's against Thomas Peterson. And there he is, offside. A second chance for the All Blacks after 2 minutes. Thomas Peterson ruled ahead of the ball and offside. So central position again for Richard Wilson, a much easier shot. Exactly half the distance he was before. First blood for Richard Wilson after 2 minutes of play for offside play by Thomas Peterson. So that's a good start for the All Blacks. Here's Hugo Portar to restart. Just the chip. That's incredible. That's 3 kicks in a row in the first 2 minutes that have gone out on the full. 2 by New Zealand and 1 by this man, Hugo Portar. There was a lot of that in the midweek match at New Plymouth too, kicking out on the full. So just nervous errors in the first moments of play. But look at the weight that this Pumas pack seems to have. That's against number 2, Peter Sloan, a technical infringement. So it's now he's signalled free kick. So he's got to play it first. Well, Graham Harrison did signal free kick, I think. And the Yetis taking a shot at goal. So it must have been a penalty in there, although that wasn't the signal. So Porter from halfway. A goal for Porter. 3-all. 4.5 minutes gone.
Penalty for the Pumas, picked by number 4,
Well, that was interesting. Graham Harrison did signal with the bent arm, but he must have changed his mind verbally to a penalty kick. Wilson kicks out. Alejandro Iachetti taken in by John Fleming. Narrow side. Loveridge to Brian Ford. Loveridge to Eddie Dunn. Lachlan Cameron for the first time. Gary Cunningham. Ken Stewart across there very quickly. John Fleming holding it well and driving down. Ruck ball there. So they ran the narrow side first for the setup, then spun it out through the backs. Loveridge midfield position again. That's done. Back to midfield for a stoppage there. A knock on by one of the New Zealand team. Peter Sloan, Barry Thompson, John Ashworth in the New Zealand front row. That's Barry Ashworth on the tight head side. Barry Thompson, I'm sorry, on the tight head side. "31 years of age, his debut today, Barry Thompson. Perez Cobo makes the hook. Porter, Stewart was there or thereabouts, but the kick bounced and bounced out. Greatest kick by Porter puts the Pumas onto attack. So Peter Sloan, the North Auckland captain, bowls it to Fleming, deflected to the Pumas side. Suarez Gache to Porter, drop kick. Well, already he makes his mark on the game. After only 7 minutes, a penalty goal and now a drop goal off the left foot for Hugo Porter. And his teammates in the stand are ecstatic. Look at this, it bounced off the New Zealand hands, away to Suarez Gache, a good pass to Porter, he had lots of time, and off the left foot, boom. So it's Porter 6, New Zealand 3 at the moment. Wilson kicks, a knock forward by Marcos Iachetti, advantage being played. David Loveridge pushing it high. Big day for Inglewood Rugby today, an All Black captain from their midst, Dave Loveridge. 2 Taranaki captains of the All Blacks this year, Loveridge and Graham Murray. Perez Cobo, line out ball, Stewart through on Madero. And Madero looks a bit sick there, number 12. Rafael Madero. Now that was a fair charge by Ken Stewart. There can be no question of that one. And Ken Stewart really fired up. Look at Stewart coming in from the left, in for the ball, and collision between Stewart and Madero. And that's Rafael Madero with all the attention on Hugo Porta, it's largely been forgotten that this 20-year-old Rafael Madero has also been in outstanding form on this tour. In the centres, there he is, number 12. Time gone, 8 minutes. Midfield on the 22. Boomers have the weight. Loveridge turning infield, looking for the pass, caught by Silva. John Ashworth takes it on. Handy penalty again. Trevor Gleaney, was it? No, it's Perez Cobo, the hooker. And this, as you'll see in a moment, is very close and right out in the centre for Richard Wilson. Loveridge again running and looking infield for the pass. It went to John Ashworth, but look for the man with the bandages on his legs. Javier Perez Cobo arriving. And I think he is penalised and therefore just making no attempt to roll clear. Richard Wilson, third attempt. Time gone, 10 minutes. No tries yet, 6-all. Jack Gleeson, Eric Watson, Peter Burke to the right. To the left is Ray Harper, the New Zealand team manager.
The white ball's yours.
Now, Yanchetti seemed to go through and barge Fleming before he got to the ball. Good work by Stewart to beat the other number 7, Silva. These giant brothers back in action in the second row for the Hooners today. Yanchetti, Alejandro Yanchetti, number 5. Marcos Yanchetti, number 4.
Right across, Murray.
Loveridge done.
Come on, get ready.
So no clean line-out ball for New Zealand yet. 11 minutes gone. Down towards Murray Mexted. He's got the tap down to Barry Thompson. The two new All Blacks. Here's John Ashworth. To Loveridge. Loveridge's kick is out at the 10-metre mark.
Come on.
Ashworth, Fleming, Thompson at the front of the New Zealand line. It's well taken in by Mexted. Good ball. Pushed ahead by Loveridge. That's Capoletti. Adolfo Capoletti, who's a clubmate at home to Hugo Porta and the National Bank Club in Buenos Aires. Enrique Rodriguez at the front against Ashworth. Alejandro Yanchetti against John Fleming. Then Ugo Nicola propping in the blocking position against Barry Thompson. So two good lineouts there for Murray Mexted. Vance Stewart getting high this time. Deflected. Done. Cameron, number 12. Cunningham left out. Wilson caught. Cameron, number 12. Lachlan Cameron. Ken Stewart in good position. Loveridge, done. Cameron for the third time. Wilson. This is Bernie Fraser. Porta, Sanso. Sanso dangerous in those breakout situations. New Zealand, as good as they were, they said they'd run the ball through their backs. That's Vance Stewart, behind him Wayne Graham. Then Murray Mexted. 22-metre line. Pulled down well by Stewart. Got in straight. Suarez got Jade. Murray Mixter jumping there to the right. Vance Stewart, who's got some good ball in the last couple of lines. The man who retired for a while earlier this year, Vance Stewart, now back in it again. Started well. Next dead. Awkward for Loveridge. We'll just hurry that out.
Come on, back control. None of that line.
Again, the New Zealanders win the jump. Loveridge has kicked this one to Capoletti. That's the goal line there. Sanso. Oh, nice kick by Sanso up to near halfway from a narrow angle off his left boot. That's Capoletti on the wing, who made a bit of a botch of that high kick through by Dave Loveridge. Two penalties to a try and a penalty, to a drop goal and a penalty. 5 clean lineouts on end, all over this side by New Zealand. That's number 6. Good two-handed take at the front by John Ashworth. Dunn, Cameron now. That's Gary Cunningham. Good control, Loveridge. Advantage might apply. First offence in the end was knocked forward by Dunn. Porter nearly trying to take it away. Suarez Gache. There's no doubt about that signal. That's a free kick against halfback Alfredo Suarez Gache. Now Wilson is a drop kick man at centre field. He might just play it to himself and have a fly with a drop kick. Let's go. Hooked it. Richard Wilson, the 26-year-old, his 10th game for New Zealand, but his first in New Zealand. Been on 2 tours to Argentina and his replacement last year on the United Kingdom. Time gone, 16 minutes, first half. Another error from the kickoff, this time man in front. Water angry there at his teammates, now trying to organise them. New Zealand on the loose head. Loveridge running wide, Wilson up. Loose ball, Loveridge playing it again. Was taken out of the play by Thomas Peterson, and referee Harrison was on the spot. Penalty. Loveridge taken out of the play by Thomas Peterson. It'll be a shot at goal. Look at this again. It was a good little run by Loveridge, running wide, a couple of feints and dummies. Then he picked up Wilson's pass, but see the blonde Peterson take him out of the play after it had been kicked forward. So Dave Loveridge, who just 2 years ago, a very sad sight when an ambulance drove on the pitch at Rugby Park in New Plymouth, and we thought he'd never play again, taken away with a seriously injured leg, but captain of the All Blacks today. Wilson, who gets back to cover for the long dropout. Porter. And the Pumas are just too keen out there. And Ugo throwing up his hands in frustration. So loose head again for the All Blacks. Variation here. That's Wayne Graham, number 6. Set up, leverage, done. Drop kick. Now, haven't we seen that before somewhere? Eddie Dunn drop kicks the All Blacks to a 9-6 lead. From the central position, a drive forward by New Zealand, then Loveridge swung it to Dunn. Set up, and from midfield, just as he did against the Barbarians last year, drop kick New Zealand to the lead. Well taken by Ashworth. The All Blacks have made a good beginning in this match, no doubt about that. Dunn. Down to Capoletti. He's got the good centering kick. This is Alejandro Yanchetti. Suarez Gache. Allowed to run on a bit. Wilson. Suarez Gache, his 4th game on tour, has supplanted Ricardo Landajo as the number 1 halfback for the Pumas. Okay, line out 6-2 to New Zealand. Exted gets the tap down to Big Barry Thompson. Oh, the Pumas have won this one in the ruck. Could be on for a drop kick here. Porter changes his mind and runs for the first time. Capoletti. Fraser tips him up. That's John Fleming. Marcos Yanchetti, number 4, is offside. That's the man there, number 4. Defensive penalty for Wilson.
¡Estamos aguantando!
So it's Javier Perez Cobo, Fleming at the front, Rodriguez. Lance Stewart getting the tap, Loveridge. Capoletti. He can really thump the ball. Richard Wilson, men covering behind him. So good line-out machine operating here for the All Blacks. There's another one. Jumping across the line. Could be a shot at goal here for Porter. It's within the half. So we'll look again. Possible, I think, to tell from that angle. But Porter, the chance now to make it 9-all. Short underneath, Richard Wilson. It's 2 shots at goal for Porter, 5 for Wilson. That's unbelievable, isn't it? At top international level, the number of mistakes we've seen in this game so far from kickoffs and dropouts from the 22. Again, man in front, and now this could be on for a Porter drop kick. Central position. This is like the one he got at Taranaki midweek. Running wide and angling for the corner. Well, he's never able to be predicted, that's for sure. and Porter lines it up just near the corner flag. So Puma pressure on the New Zealand team. Short and fast, loose ball lost by the New Zealanders. Porter, Sloane lost him, and Mexted eventually made the tackle. Still handy enough. I don't think Sloane will try too many more of those short, fast ones. Silva, Porter, Madero, Lafreda, caught by Gary Cunningham. That's Lachlan Cameron. Penalty there in that pile-up, midfield. Time gone, 24 minutes. Good ball, Sloane charging through on Alfredo Suarez-Gache. The back of the lineouts, you see Ken Stewart, number 7. Thomas Peterson, the tail gunner for the Pumas. Travaglini jumping against Mexted, the 2 number 8s. Alejandro Yachetti. New Zealand backline lining up. Looks like Brian Ford might want to join if they can get it. Suarez-Gache. So now New Zealand are calling for a short line out here to try and clear the ball, I think, from that spot. Ken Stewart playing in at half back. So it's Stewart and Mexted. Ken Stewart. Now Mexted. Loveridge away to Dunn. Kicking out for Brian Ford. That's Peterson and Ford. Well, we all remember Brian Ford from this ground. He started his All Black career here in 1977 against the Lions. Had a good debut that day, still in the team. From Kaikoura, Brian Ford. Travaglini. Ken Stewart through on Peterson. Hands against Suarez-Gache. Ball on the deck. Picked it up. Let's look at it again. Look at Suarez-Gache, number 9 to the right. Suddenly digs in deep for the ball when it was on the ground. Ref is looking closely and sees him do the deed. So mistakes and errors punctuating the Pumas play much more than New Zealand so far. Lead for the All Blacks, and the time gone is 28 minutes in the first half. Let's see if the Pumas can stay behind this kickoff. That's been one of their problems so far. You can see how hard that cricket pitch area there is.
Go.
Travaglini bouncing from Ashworth. Suarez Gache. Porter. That's Madero. Stewart has the tackle. Hector Silva. The old man, they call him. Richard Wilson in position. That's a good catch. Sky that didn't feel. He hurried that kick. But no, he got it out. Playing it at pace. Sanso. Cross to Bernie Fraser, who's had not much of the play. Got the bounce. Wait a minute. Hold on. Flag up near halfway. Travaglini wins that one. Alejandro Yacchetti. Porter, good swing passing Madero. Lofreda. Sanso left out Capoletti. Tipped up by Fraser. John Ashworth, who's had a good game so far. Loveridge to Dunn. Taken in there by Lofreda. Halfway. Lots of black shirts there. They're not making any holes. Ruck ball. Loveridge. Dunn. It's 3-on-1. Fraser. Bernie Fraser. Playing ducks and breaks with Suarez Gache. Well, his first real chance hit the black shirt, and Fraser made the most of it with a run that had Alfredo Suarez Gache totally confused. Look at number 9. He doesn't know which way to go to stop Fraser. Suarez Gache turning this way than that. But Sanson cleared. Hutt Valley Marist Club's first All Black, Bernie Fraser. Deep to Mixted's tap, but it's gone to the Pumas. Porter. Madero. That's Rafael Madero, who partners Marcelo Lofreda in the centre. So devastating pair when they get to run with the ball. The New Zealand backs lined out in attacking fashion have held their own up so far. Peter Sloane to throw. Knock forward, line out time. Narrow side. Richard Wilson has play out midway, 22 and halfway. Lineouts are favouring New Zealand by 8-7. That's cleanly won lineout ball. That's good work by Murray Mexted. Peterson coming off that ball. Ashworth has got it in there, number 1. Good drive by the All Blacks. That's their reserves sitting there in the stand. Loveridge. Suarez Gache really watches his opposite number closely. That's against Thomas Peterson for a late charge on number 10, Eddie Dunn. No tries in the match yet. Remember, the Pumas have never scored a try against the All Blacks in the 2 matches in 1976. New Zealand won the first by 21-9 and the second test by 26-6, and the Pumas' points were only from kicks each time. So 12-6 here today. 3 penalties and a drop to a penalty and a drop. 7 minutes till half-time. Ryan Stewart and Marcos Ciacchetti. Loose ball. Porter. He's away. Lafreda. Capoletti. Sanso backing up. He's kicked that one hard. Silva coming up the centre. Ryan Ford hoofed it upfield. This is Rodriguez, number 1. Loose ball. Alejandro Yachetti, knocked forward. Strike by Sloan. Mixed it to Loveridge. That's good play, Dave Loveridge. Sanso. Five minutes left till half-time. John Fleming, 6 feet 5 inches tall, but being dwarfed by Yachetti, 6 feet 9, or 6 feet 8 is it? Porter, Madero, Lafreda, Sanso very casually up. Richard Wilson. So I think the All Blacks will be well satisfied with their first 35 minutes in this match against a team which has had 5 matches together. Kobo, Travaglini, taken in by John Fleming. Loveridge knocked that one forward. Barry Thompson, number 3, made his debut for Canterbury 10 years ago. There he is, number 3, Barry Thompson. And on the same trip to the West Coast was a skinny 18-year-old kid, Brian Ford, also having his first game. Silva, Suarez Gache. Now this is getting up into the danger area. Suarez Gache, Porter. There they are, tacklers galore. Suarez Gache again, he's got no left foot. We know that from watching him up north. Next it to Loveridge. Ken Stewart, caught by Porter. Well laid up by Ken Stewart. Wilson, Cameron, Fraser ruled the forward pass. Let's look at the pass. It's the one from Cameron to Fraser. Yes, a good ruling by Graham Harrison. Definitely forward. Porter putting Capoletti into the space. Madero, Marcelo Campo having his first run. Thomas Peterson, Sanso. Oh, we're going to have some fun in the second half with the Pumas seeming to change their tactics now and run it. And they want to bring this man, Martin Sanso, up as much as they can from fullback. 6-point lead to New Zealand, 37 minutes in the first half. Ken Stewart having his first match for the All Blacks on this ground since that rather infamous day about 6 years ago when the New Zealand juniors beat the All Blacks. Ken Stewart retired from international rugby, in fact from all rugby for a while he got the farm sorted out in Belfort. Now he's back, and after a controversial match for the South Island against the North, he's back in the All Blacks. Going great guns too, outside the 22. Line Lineouts favouring New Zealand 10-8, cleanly won ball. Peter Sloane in there, a sort of a Argentinian type gesture from Sloane, but the ball was lying on the New Zealand side and the whistle went. In fact, Peter Sloane is the only survivor of the internationals against Argentina in '76, although of course Richard Wilson, Barnes Stewart and John Black from the squad all went on that tour to Argentina. Suarez-Gache was too quick that time, and he's making too many mistakes for the good of his side. Here he comes, he watches the halfback very closely, and he was playing bustling Loveridge before the ball was played by the New Zealander. Graham Harrison here, I'm sure won't be pleasing the Pumas. 10 penalties and free kicks to New Zealand, 2, and that's all to the Pumas. There's Cobo. Suarez-Gache mixed it through. Oh, that was a dangerous pass to Campo. Hasn't found the line, taken by Ford. The ball in touch, the half is over. The first half, 3 penalties to Richard Wilson, a drop goal to Dunn for the Pumas, a drop goal and a penalty by Porter, 12-6 at half. So that's the beginning of the second half here at Carisbrook, with New Zealand leading this first test match by 12-6. No tries yet in the match. 3 penalties and a drop goal to New Zealand, penalty and a drop goal to Argentina. Here's the man who kicked for New Zealand. He done. The slow motion there, they thought it had gone out in the full. Knocked forward by a New Zealand player coming through. I think the general feeling is that the Pumas can win this match. They seem to have the liveliest set of backs. New Zealand has played with determination in the first 40 minutes. Wayne Graham protecting his halfback. Eddie Dunn skied this one, midfield. 14, Marcelo Campo. Taken by Fraser. Capoletti. Suarez-Gache trying to keep the ball in play. Fraser has had only rare chances in the match, but has looked good out on the right wing there. So lineouts in the first half favoured New Zealand by 10-8. Main jumpers for New Zealand, Barnes Stewart and Murray Mexted. Suarez-Gache to Porter, to Lafreda now, Sanso up, Campo nudging forward, Wilson under it. No, it's Loveridge. Good catch. Good covering and good catch. Dave Loveridge going back like a fullback to get that one. The 11th match for the All Blacks today from Dave Loveridge. 2 tours to UK and Australia. They want 4 in the line-out, says Loveridge. 4 they get. The Pumas resorting to short line-outs to get some clean ball. Peterson's wrapped up. John Ashworth propping in the loose head side in the second half against Ugo Nicola. Done. Cameron. Well, you see it in every game, I suppose. A player kicking it out on the full. There's Lachlan Cameron, a 20-year-old from Manawatu. Lined that one up and simply kicked it out. So Perez Cobo. Short to big Alejandro Yaquetti, who's been looked after well by John Fleming. Rucked for New Zealand. Loveridge to Dunn. Charge down. Here's trouble. Cameron has it. Dunn, that's the goal line. Oh, good play by Dunn. Fraser. John Ashworth. In the maul. That's Javier Perez Cobo. Still in play. Porter. Gone for the drop kick. And an amazing drop goal by Porter. Absolutely amazing. He could not have seen the goal before he took that shot. This is the whole move. Watch this next piece of skillful play by Eddie Dunn. Just a little delay, and then a good strong run by Fraser. But when the ball came loose, the Pumas were determined to keep the ball in play. See how when it comes loose, they try very hard, even though it's near the touchline, to keep it in play. On the hands, scoop back and field. Now watch Porter. He just has a time for a glance, if that, and then a right foot kick, which just dropped over the bar. So another string to Porter's bow. Drop goals, first half and second, and puts the Pumas back on attack. Hugo Porter, he's been well looked after in the field play, but 2 drop goals, playing a big part in his team's fortunes. For this match. Here's Yaquetti, Silva, Peterson, goal line there. Good build up by the Pumas, who are really laying it on thick at the moment. The second halves, we've seen that throughout this tour. They've started this second half really well. Right. Push, Loveridge offside. And Trevor Glennie's played the ball from that position. Trevor Glennie tapped it and took off for the line. Perhaps he didn't take it from the mark. Scrum for Loveridge. Advantage being played here. Richard Wilson, that kick's gone infield. Sanso, snapshot. Now Brian Ford, snatching at the ball, but has it now. Taken by Marcelo Lafreda. Sanson not really having time to line up his drop kick properly. He's a danger man too, remember. So the Pumas really putting it on the New Zealanders at the moment. Perez Cobo. Harry Mexted. Wayne Graham. Silver is the tackler. Loveridge. Dunn. First time New Zealanders have seen Eddie Dunn in New Zealand with the All Black jersey on. Guiding things well today, drop kicking that goal in the first half. Good tap by Alejandro Iacchetti. Porter pulls it down. That's Madero. Porter. Who's going to stop him? Porter was taken down there by John Ashworth. Was it out on the far side and is on the deck. Porter down on the far side. It happened off the ball. Let's look at it again. Watch Porter, but watch what happens afterwards. John Ashworth is there, number 1. And well after the ball was away, Ashworth smashed in with his fist across the face of Hugo Porter. And Porter is telling the referee how it happened. And Porter is leaving the field, I think. Or is he coming back up? No, he's all right. But he certainly told the referee what happened in that situation. In the forearm by John Ashworth it was. So Porter back in the team. That's a black mark against the New Zealand team. Suarez Gache. Porter with Stewart right there. Now it's going to happen. Well, I don't think that one was as bad as the previous one. But let's watch it again. Porter was right there. No, I think Stewart was fair that time. What wasn't fair was Peterson's charge. Well, let's say it was a late tackle, but it wasn't a dangerous tackle. Free kick was marked, Fraser's kick. That's Marcelo Campo. John Ashworth. Silva kicks through to Maxted. Big Murray Maxted trying to barrel through Hector Silva, number 7, coming down to the back from the Wellington Football Club. Murray Maxted. His father was an All Black too in the 1950 and 51 years. Travaglini going high for Loveridge. Ten minutes, second half. Free kick against the front row with John Ashworth again in the limelight. Porter plays it to himself. Kicking through, but out on the full. Well, Porter does not seem to be bothered by that forearm jolt he took in the face. Back in action and really getting into the play. Boomers still in arrears, but only by 3 points. And they have had much the better of the second half. Done. New Zealand backs not getting into this match in the second half, especially. Graham Harrison refereeing the Boomers side that time. Iacchetti pops it up. Peterson. Good tackle by Cameron. That's Rodriguez. That's the 22. Suarez Gache finds Porter, who gets away from Stewart. No, it was Mixted. He beat. And trouble. Travaglini is penalised in there for punching. Let's look at that again. Now Travaglini, number 8, takes exception to something he sees and boop, onto John Fleming. No, it was the New Zealand player that went down was Wayne Graham. So it's all happening second half. Sanso from the kick through. And that gesture is to the touch judge for not giving him more distance from his kick. So 2 against 2 this time. Grant Stewart and Mexted against Travaglini and Alejandro Iacchetti. New Zealand leading 12-9. Taken by Ken Stewart, who's still got the crowd with him. Good work. Loveridge. Silva getting back. So now New Zealand get their first look at the Pumas line in the second half. Crowd blowing in the breeze. Advantage may apply. And Graham Harrison waited to see if advantage went the Pumas' way. When it didn't, he's brought them back for that not straight throw in. Alfredo Suarez Gache as the New Zealand backs. Interesting to see Gary Cunningham run through the picture there. It's hardly been in the match. Just not gone his way. Suarez Gache. Porter. "15 minutes, second half." Taken by John Fleming. Rolled it over nicely. Eddie Dunn. Cameron through. Stewart there. Whistle. Knocked forward, I think, by Lockie Cameron. Ken Stewart dead keen to carry on that advantage. So the Pumas facing a good New Zealand attack. Exciting match it's been so far, but no tries yet. Loveridge, Muscle, Suarez Gache at the 22. So it could be an Eddie Dunn drop kick this time. The drop kick has been successful 3 times today. He's standing directly behind for it. It's on his right foot. No, it's offside out around the other side. Porter, I think it was. Was Porter offside? Let's look again. Graham Harrison sees someone away to the left, and it was Peterson. You see, he didn't bind. He broke loose the flanker and did not bind with his whole arm, and so was penalised. And there he is, number 6. Thomas Peterson. Wilson. now for Richard Wilson. The gap 15 to 9 means the Pumas have to score twice now to get the lead. So that will be some relief to the New Zealand team. But they've had a good spell in the last 5 minutes. Porter. Vance Stewart dropped that one. Here's Mixted out on the right. Yes, clearly stepped over the touchline. Murray Mixted from the Wellington Football Club, although it's really a big day for Tawa today. They raised him. It's where his father played when he was an All Black. Mixted played for that club in the 3rd division, but has gone up to the Wellington club now, giving him their first All Black since Graham Williams. Loose ball, well taken by Loveridge. Done. Cameron, here's Cunningham at last. Ford. Cunningham in support. Well taken, Peterson. Stewart to Ford. Bobble ball. Ryan Ford, not much chance to get those big speedy legs going. There's all aggression as usual. Suarez Gache. Porter running wide. Lofreda. Stewart there for the tackle, as was Loveridge. In the cricket pitch area. New Zealand penalised. 6 penalties to the Pumas, 12 to New Zealand. Porter to Peterson. To Campo. To Peters Cobo. Laid it up now, Loveridge. Barry Thompson to Eddie Dunn. Travaglini. John Ashworth made that tackle. Nicola. Porter. See how they're hanging on to Porter in the tackles. That was Mixted that time. Ford. And Travaglini. Harrison having just a word there with Travaglini. Here's the other number 8, Murray Mixted. Mixted was in the tackle on Hugo Porter, and once he made it, he hung on until the man was lowered, really making sure of no chance of him slipping away. The ball came back to Travaglini there. Look how he gets big knee lift here, like a 400-metre hurdler, flying in at his man. Then it was Marcos Giachetti, and he was really cut down by Ken Stewart. But the next tackle was Porter, and Mixted really hung on and dumped him. So Murray Mixted in the All Blacks after pushing hard for several seasons. He's okay. New Zealand 15, Argentina 9. Time gone, 20 minutes, second half. Taken in by Fleming. Now they're driving it in the true All Black fashion. Big Barry Thompson. Loveridge, Dunn, Cameron. Fraser. Now the whistle went there for a knock on by New Zealand, but I think that came off Fraser's leg. Let's look again. Now watch Fraser. It comes off his foot and was nudged forward. Bit of bad luck there. Hard for Graham Harrison to see that one. Porter hoisted high. Fraser in the action again. Loose ball. Lafreda, number 13. One is Rodriguez. Mixted kicks it infield like a soccer centering kick. Sanso. Injured player. New Zealand selectors watching closely. Anxious time. Nail-biting time there for Jack Gleeson. Done. Well, if New Zealand are going to get out of this game, then this man will be the man they'll hold as one of their stars, Eddie Dunn. But it's not over yet. The Pumas have a great chance of taking it, though they're down 15-9. That's not straight. Being allowed to play. 11 is Capoletti. New Zealand back up, playing well. Remember, we're into the last quarter now, and this is where the Pumas have made their strike for each of these games in which they've been behind on tour so far. Against Auckland, they looked as though they should never have won, but did. The same against Manawatu. Now we're asked the question, can they do the same today? Going backwards. Halfway there with the breeze gently blowing. Fine afternoon. Gets Ken Stewart that time. Seemed to be attached to the scrum to me, but he was penalised. So lineouts favouring New Zealand 19-14. Lance Stewart getting high. Now here's a chance for the Pumas to close that gap, a line-out infringement. And the Pumas can close up here with this kick from Porter. It was against Wayne Graham. Porter, 60 points on tour so far. To the left. 16 minutes to go in the match. So Dunn kicks down to Marcos Giachetti. Suarez Gache. Taken by Mixted. Alejandro Iacchetti has it. Loveridge to Dunn. Wilson up. So Richard Wilson, 4 penalties. Takes his total for New Zealand up to 131 all matches. Scrum from the line-out. 15 minutes left in the match. 15-9. New Zealand lead. A very even match so far. Now the back's in position. Wayne Graham Loveridge from Fraser. Knock-ons galore. Boomers are marking extremely closely today. Sloan. Tap Travaglini. Porter. Madero. Wilson. Let's watch this one. Just underneath. Good strong blow by Richard Wilson. Well, he's had mixed form this year, but he's had a good one today, Richard Wilson. Quick drop out. That's Lafreda. Up to Porter. Played it off the ground. That's Marcelo Lafreda. Watch Lafreda with the ball. Good tackle, down. Tried to slip the ball. Graham Harrison got a good view of it. He ruled cleanly a penalty against number 13, Marcelo Lafreda. So this could be penalty number 5 for Richard Wilson. This is the ground, of course, on which Don Clark landed 6 20 years ago. This is Wilson's 8th attempt today. New Zealand's chances. Minutes left. Loveridge. Got to kick it high to get it over Yaketti. Oh yes, you've got to really put it up and under when he's anywhere near. Their scrum has held up pretty well under the intense pressure from the increased weight they face. Suarez Gache through on Loveridge. Silva there. Kenny Stewart piling in. Ball's there for the ruck. First offence, I think, just there was a knock-on by Dave Loveridge. So it's a chance for the Pumas again. Porter standing at the left, wants to get involved. New Zealand pack recovering. Suarez Gache to Porter. It's got to be a bit of Porter magic to take this game. Wilson let it go. Lafreda caught by Richard Wilson. And central position as Lafreda goes back. Could be on for a drop kick, but they've got to go for those big 6-pointers, so I can't see Porter going for the drop kick here. 9 minutes left. Sanso up from Madero. Second phase. Hard to say what that one's for. Loose head for New Zealand. Midfield. Wilson. Going to give Fraser a chance. Sanso. Wayne Graham. Fleming. Loveridge. Capoletti. No, Sanso going back a little casually. Now Sanso is still, I think, a little angry that a penalty wasn't awarded. He felt that Fraser's charge was late and or dangerous, but the referee didn't rule so. Periscobo. Line out infringement. 8 minutes left, no tries in the match. 3 drop goals, 15 points to 9. Sanso being called forward. Down to Fraser. Who wants it? Marcos Giachetti. Oh! Trevellini dishing it out on there. Well won more by the Pumas. Kicking out for Campo. So Big Barnes and Stewart from Canterbury, Wayne Graham from Otago, the only Otago man in the pack. Good steady New Zealand 8 there. Not much weight, not a great deal of height. But they've worked extremely hard.
No space, number 8, no space.
That was against Murray Mexted at the back. Now it's Porter. Down towards Ford. Yes, it was an awkward take by Brian Ford, but got it out safely. Time to go, 6 minutes. Pumas are working hard now. Suarez Gache in front of Porter to Madero. Rafael Madero. Capoletti. Caught by Lockie Cameron. The New Zealand team got back there so quickly. And going forward, they went to put in. Those All Black forwards must have sprinted across the field because they were right there at the breakdown. It away, relieves the pressure. Dave Loveridge getting Barry Thompson and the rest of the New Zealand pack calling for a last effort. Argentina short line out. Fleming has that one. Porter, who shaped up for a drop kick. Well wrapped up, Suarez Gache. Ball still in the air. Lofreda. That tackle was by Cunningham. Done. Travaglini covering. Cunningham got the bounce. Quick throw in. Confusion here. The New Zealand team really going strongly down that left side. Graham Harrison coming across to check with Porter. Injury is to Lance Stewart. And he retired for a while early this year. Let's look at that again. Pass from Lofreda went up, and then it was kicked ahead by Eddie Dunn, soccer style. Gary Cunningham got after it, kicked it, got the bounce. It looked good for a while, but they finally put him in. Against Suarez Gache, when the tight head was won by Peter Sloane, and this should tie it up for New Zealand, because that's how handy the posts are. Yes, you can see he is bustling leverage before the ball. Simple as that. And Suarez Gache really has a lot to answer for in the Pumas team today. He's cost them several points at vital times, several penalties. Wilson, 18-9. John Ashworth takes it down. He's had a good game, Ashworth. A pity he spoiled his performance in there with that charge on Porter, but now Ashworth's had a bit dished out to him at the bottom of that, on the end of some boots. So John Ashworth, let's have a look, he's in there, and then you see number one go to the ground, and then the boots come over. That's what John Fleming and Vance Stewart saw and took exception to. Right, time gone. 38 minutes. 2 more minutes left. 18-9. It's hard to see the Pumas winning from there. Straight down the New Zealand side. Done. That'll be a penalty there, a late charge against Porter, was it? Yes, Porter, a late charge against Eddie Dunn. Porter through too late, and Richard Wilson can have another shot. Porter's complaining, but let's watch it again. Dunn has the ball, he kicks clearly, and yes, late charge, taking him out of the play. So Porter, a little petulant in the latter stages of this match, and now Richard Wilson has a chance to do what Don Clark did here in 1959, land 6 penalty goals on Carisbrook. Last minute of play. Touchdown, Suarez Garte bringing it up, but the match is over. No tries in the game, and New Zealand the winners by 9 points. A tremendously even match, and I think that the big thing is that we've really built up for a second test match next week, which will be doubly exciting, I'm sure, because although New Zealand won on the board 18-9, it was very, very even and close all the way, and superior goal kicking for once won the game for the All Blacks, unlike recent years. So off they come. The Pumas will be dreadfully disappointed.
Okay.
And the All Blacks, I'm sure, will be delighted with that victory, done as it was without the scoring of a try. Porter coming in. That's fair enough. A handshake to show that it was a fairly won battle. Dave Loveridge, 2 Taranaki captains of the All Blacks this year, Loveridge and Graham Murray. Perez Cobo, line out ball, Stewart through on Madero. And Madero looks a bit sick there, number 12. Rafael Madero. Now that was a fair charge by Ken Stewart. There can be no question of that one. And Ken Stewart really fired up. Look at Stewart coming in from the left, in for the ball, and collision between Stewart and Madero. And that's Rafael Madero. And with all the attention on Hugo Porta, it's largely been forgotten that this 20-year-old Rafael Madero has also been in outstanding form on this tour. In the centres, there he is, number 12. Time gone, 8 minutes. Midfield on the 22. Pumas have the weight. Loveridge turning infield, looking for the pass, caught by Silva. John Ashworth takes it on. Handy penalty again. Trevor Gleaney, was it? No, it's Perez Cobo, the hooker. And this, as you'll see in a moment, is very close and right out in the centre for Richard Wilson. Loveridge again running and looking infield for the pass. It went to John Ashworth, but look for the man with the bandages on his legs, Javier Perez Cobo, arriving. And I think he is penalised and therefore just making no attempt to roll clear. Richard Wilson, 3rd attempt. Time gone, 10 minutes. No tries yet, 6-all. Jack Gleeson, Eric Watson, Peter Burke to the right. To the left is Ray Harper, the New Zealand team manager.
The white ball's yours.
Now, Yanchetti seemed to go through and barge Fleming before he got to the ball. Good work by Stewart to beat the other number 7, Silva. These giant brothers back in action in the second row for the Pumas today. Yanchetti, Alejandro Yanchetti, number 5. Marcos Yanchetti, number 4.
Right across, Murray.
Loveridge done.
Come on, get ready.
So no clean line-out ball for New Zealand yet. 11 minutes gone. Down towards Murray Mexted. He's got the tap down to Barry Thompson, the 2 new All Blacks. Here's John Ashworth to Loveridge. Loveridge's kick is out at the 10-metre mark. Ashworth, Fleming, Thompson at the front of the New Zealand line. It's well taken in by Mexted. Good ball. Pushed ahead by Loveridge. That's Capoletti. Adolfo Capoletti, who's a clubmate at home to Hugo Porta and the National Bank Club in Buenos Aires. Enrique Rodriguez at the front against Ashworth. Alejandro Iachetti against John Fleming. Then Ugo Nicola propping in the blocking position against Barry Thompson. So two good lineouts there for Murray Mexted. Vance Stewart getting high this time, deflected. Done. Cameron, number 12. Cunningham left out. Wilson caught. Cameron, number 12. Lachlan Cameron. Ken Stewart in good position. Loveridge, done. Cameron for the third time. Wilson. This is Bernie Fraser. Porter, Sanso. Sanso dangerous in those breakout situations. New Zealand, as good as they were, they said they'd run the ball through their backs. That's Vance Stewart, behind him Wayne Graham. Then Murray Mexted. 22-metre line. Pulled down well by Stewart. Got in straight. Suarez Gache. That was interesting. Graham Harrison did signal with the bent arm, but he must have changed his mind verbally to a penalty kick. Wilson kicks out. Alejandro Iachetti taken in by John Fleming. Narrow side. Loveridge to Brian Ford. Loveridge to Eddie Dunn. Lachlan Cameron for the first time. Gary Cunningham. Ken Stewart across there very quickly. John Fleming holding it well and driving down. Ruck ball there. So they ran the narrow side first for the setup, then spun it out through the backs. Loveridge midfield position again. That's done. Back to midfield for a stoppage there. A knock on by one of the New Zealand team. Peter Sloane, Barry Thompson, John Ashworth in the New Zealand front row. That's Barry Ashworth on the tight head side. Barry Thompson, I'm sorry, on the tight head side. "31 years of age, his debut today, Barry Thompson. Perez-Cobo makes the hook. Porter, Stewart was there or thereabouts, but the kick bounced out. Greatest kick by Porter puts the Pumas onto attack. So Peter Sloane, the North Auckland captain, bowls it to Fleming, deflected to the Pumas side. Suarez Gache to Porter, drop kick. Well, already he makes his mark on the game. After only 7 minutes, a penalty goal and now a drop goal off the left foot for Hugo Porta. And his teammates in the stand are ecstatic. Look at this, it bounced off the New Zealand hands, away to Suarez Gache, a good pass to Porter, he had lots of time, and off the left foot, boom. So it's Porter 6, New Zealand 3 at the moment. Wilson kicks, a knock forward by Marcos Iachetti, advantage being played. David Loveridge pushing it high. Big day for Inglewood Rugby today, an All Black captain from their midst. Back in the team after missing a couple of matches. But the Pumas have drop kicked out on the full. Cross on the far side. So now here's a position of advantage for the All Blacks at their first loose head. Dave Loveridge. Weight going in from the Pumas. They seem to have many more pounds man for man. Next head, Loveridge. Penalty again. That's against Thomas Peterson. And there he is, offside. A second chance for the All Blacks after 2 minutes. Thomas Peterson ruled ahead of the ball and offside. So, central position again for Richard Wilson, a much easier shot. Exactly half the distance he was before. First blood for Richard Wilson after 2 minutes of play for offside play by Thomas Peterson. So that's a good start for the All Blacks. Here's Hugo Porta to restart. Just the chip. That's incredible. That's 3 kicks in a row in the first 2 minutes that have gone out on the full. 2 by New Zealand and 1 by this man, Hugo Porta. There was a lot of that in the midweek match at New Plymouth too, kicking out on the full. So just nervous errors in the first moments of play. But look at the weight that this Pumas back seems to have. That's against number 2, Peter Sloan, a technical infringement, so it's... Now he's signalled free kick, so he's got to play it first. Well, Graham Harrison did signal free kick, I think. And the Yetis taking a shot at goal. So it must have been a penalty in there, although that wasn't the signal. So Porta from halfway. A goal for Porta, 3-all, 4.5 minutes gone.
Penalty for the Pumas, kicked by number 30.
Just minutes away. Let's look now at the lineups for you in the New Zealand team today. There are 4 new All Blacks today. Lockie Cameron, number 12 from Manawatu, Bernie Fraser, number 14, Murray Mexted, number 8. 2 new players from Wellington, and number 3 from North Canterbury, Barry Thompson. Pumas favouring their tactic of playing all their leading players in each match. Sanso coming back at fullback. Same 3/4 liners for every match. Porta retains his position at the fly half, of course, and the captain. And in the forwards, the giant Iachetti brothers in the second row. Hector Silva, the veteran, 35 years of age, number 7. And the big jumper at the back is Travaglini. And in the front row, experience with Nicola and Rodriguez. And the hooker is Javier Perez-Cobo. Day for Pumas rugby. A victory here would give them much more acceptance in the international world, and yet they're playing 15 New Zealanders who have got an awful lot to play for, including perhaps a place on the tour to England and Scotland coming up, and especially this man, Ken Stewart. The first test match is started by today's referee, Graham Harrison of Wellington. Richard Wilson kicks off through on Marcos Iachetti, and the first ruling by referee Harrison for a kick that went directly to touch. So a loose head, first scrum for Alfredo Suarez Gache, the Pumas halfback, and there he is, number 9. New Zealand scrum is low, turning. Loveridge is number 9, the New Zealand captain. That's halfway. Hector Silva. First penalty of the match at halfway against the Pumas pack. Richard Wilson being called forward. That ball, you can see, is dry. It's going to be a shot at goal right from the halfway centre spot from number 15, Richard Wilson. Conditions are good for kicking. The wind is slightly behind Richard Wilson, although it's really a cross breeze. He is the distinctive style where he gets back and just gently swings his arms. There he goes. And again at the back of his run. Might be a bit far out for his range. A good strong blow, but touchdown by Martin Senso.